Let's go across to our guests. We have RP Singh, national spokesperson of the BJP, and we also are joined by Advocate Kapil Madan, political analyst. Good evening to both of you. RP Singh, 22 press conferences by the Grand Old Party. The Congress Party has raised the issue of the alleged terror links, saying that the BJP is helping elements that are further polarizing the country. How do you respond?
Well, they are trying to cover up their all what they have done, follies they have done in last few months in Rajasthan, one after another. Karoli, Jodhpur, Udaipur, Ajmer, all was happening in Rajasthan. They had to cover it up, and I asked them simple two questions. They are talking about terrorism and BJP. Everyone in country will laugh over it. I mean, you talk to anyone, say BJP and terrorism, they'll laugh over it. But yes, I'll tell you, I'll name two people, and people will yes relate to that. Who propelled Bhindranwale? I have a book with me by Mr. G.B.S. Sidhu about the Khalistan conspiracy, page number 38. Please refer to that book and you will understand who gave the first press conference, who did the first press conference for Bhindranwale. It was Gyani Jail Singh, and under the patronage of Sanjay Gandhi that time. That's one point. Yasin Malik was given a red carpet welcome. After he has admitted that he killed people, he admitted that he killed the Air Force people in an interview in BBC. After that, he was given a red carpet welcome here in Delhi, and by the Prime Minister himself, and then was served the kheer and whatever is all sweets. So we know who is linked to terrorism. I'm not talking about Srimati Sonia Gandhi crying all night through for the terrorists who were killed in Batla House. I'm not talking about the other instances where 2611 was trying to be painted as RSS hand, whereas had the person not been caught, Kasab not been caught, they would have done that. But it was because Kasab was been caught, and then the history became different. But who went for Yaqub? Who went for Yaqub Menon? Who was standing by Yaqub Menon? Shashi Tharoor. Who was standing by Yaqub Menon? Digvijay Singh. And last but not the least, how can we forget? They took money from Zakir Naik's organization, 50 lakh donation in Rajiv Gandhi Foundation.
Okay. So, Mr. Madan, respond to those charges that have been leveled by RP Singh. He says that the Congress Party has been indulging in terror appeasement. That's the big charge against the Congress Party.
Well, if you look at what Mr. Singh has said, he is, wandering here and there, but he is not answering a very, very specific allegation against their party. Now, you have a situation where there is an admitted position that a person who has committed a heinous crime, there is prima facie evidence on record that he has an admitted link with your organization, with the BJP. He has not said a word on it. How that person is related, what was his role, and I mean, if they were to argue that this is an international conspiracy orchestrated in Pakistan, then what is the national investigating agencies, the intelligence bureau is doing that? Someone from Pakistan has infiltrated and has basically gone into your own system. Now, this is point number one. He has not said anything on the fact that in Kashmir, there again, a sitting office bearer has been caught by the army.
Answer specific questions, RP Singh.
On terror
How do you explain
charges.
These pictures? How do you explain the link?
He was a designation holder in Jammu and Kashmir IT unit.
All right.
Now you have to explain to the citizen of the country that how could someone who has admitted terror links.
Let's take a specific response on those questions, Mr. Madan. Yes. Go ahead, RP Singh.
18 crore party. People come in. We don't know. Certain set of people can come in. Can I complete?
Yes.
We're 18 crore party. People can come and join party, and then we don't know. There's no formula. Or can I complete, please? So there's no way to scrutinize and scan people. Who's who like? But yes, I'm talking about specific. Yasin Malik was invited to the Prime Minister's house after he admitted, yes, I have killed people. Who can deny that? Bhindranwale's press conference was organized by Gyani Jail Singh, no less than Gyani Jail Singh himself. Can they deny that? I can give you many more examples. But issue is who's talking? I mean, people who have been hand in glove with terrorism, appeasement of terrorism, appeasement of certain community because of vote bank politics. Can they deny that they didn't took 50 lakh rupees from Zakir Naik's organization?
But Mr. RP Singh, Kapil Madan is saying that you can go ahead and level these allegations, but you're not answering specific questions. Are there no background checks done?
I'm not leveling. They have proved. No, they have proven thing.
Mr. Singh, are there no background checks done of individuals?
Today, Kapil Madan is part of Congress. We don't know what happened. Can I complete? Kapil Madan is part of Congress organization. Tomorrow he does something, will we hold Congress responsible? No. But yes, if the office bearer minister himself is indulged, the Prime Minister himself is indulged in doing what they have been doing, there's a question. If the tears rolled down Sonia Gandhi cheeks all night through because of terrorists killed in Batla House, and it's not us, it was Salman Khurshid who said so.
Okay, Kapil Madan wants to come in.
Can I respond? Can I respond?
Yes, Mr. Madan wants to come in.
Now, what Mr. Singh is trying to say that yes, there was some person who has terror links. However, they don't have any system of background check, and if he commits any offence, the party will distance itself. Now, I ask a question here to Mr. Singh. Can there be a coincidence? In Rajasthan also there is a link. In Kashmir, the person who is arrested, there is also a link. Now in Amravati also there are reports that the person who committed the offence was a supporter of there. So now can there be a coincidence? And also, should not be there be a detailed investigation on this aspect? How? And if there is any other person, any sitting member of BJP is also involved, should not there be an investigation? Can you simply say on a matter like this, a matter which I would say that the entire country is watching, the entire country is shocked the way this act was committed in Udaipur? It shocked the conscience of the nation. Okay, and it turned out to be
as far as Amravati is concerned,
was your party member.
Okay, as far as Amravati is concerned, Kapil Madan is claiming that there is some BJP link. I don't know.
I am saying that there are reports.
Okay. You're saying you know of such reports. Okay, Kapil Madan says he knows of such reports that there is a BJP link in Amravati as well. RP Singh.
Matloob Ahmed, where is Matloob Ahmed, the corporator of the Congress party, who was involved in incidents?
Matloob ke against FIR Congress party nahi kari.
Let off by
Matloob ke against FIR Congress party nahi to kari thi.
Did I interrupted you?
Don't shout, please go on. Make your point, don't shout. Don't shout.
No. Better learn how to go for a debate. Debate की तरफ करिए. मतलूब अहमद इनका मेंबर है, कांग्रेस पार्टी का मेंबर है, कांग्रेस पार्टी का कॉर्पोरेटर है. मैं आज कह रहा हूं वो किसी न किसी कांग्रेस के नेता के घर पे ठहरा हुआ दिल्ली के अंदर, नहीं तो कहां से सिलेक्शन मिलता है उसको. वो करौली का मुख्य आरोपी है. ही इज द मेन कल्प्रिट इन करौली. I'm accusing that he is here in Delhi being given shelter by some congressmen. Otherwise, how can a man escape? Secondly, Amravati, they tried to put it under the carpet. They said it's a simple murder. It was only after the government changed that the new evidence came in. All those evidence which were trying to push under the carpet, they came forward. And then that's how the case has been. Now we know that it was all again the hate crime. But for them, otherwise it was just a simple murder case.
Okay.
How can we
not acting against your own? Not acting against your own. Whereabouts of Matloob are still not known. So who is actually shielding or sheltering such elements, Kapil Madan?
Madam, let me once again say very, very clearly, Mr. RP Singh has failed to make any official statement to show that how could someone who has committed such a heinous crime, was your office bearer, was a part of your political party, and this can't be a coincidence that this is happening in Rajasthan, this is happening in Kashmir, and this is also happening in Maharashtra. There can't be a coincidence. Now, is it not appropriate to ask a question whether all these crimes I mean, there could also be a situation that these could be a politically motivated crimes. I mean, we can't deny, and there should be an investigation, and Mr. Singh is very conveniently trying to play a whataboutery here. He's failed. He's absolutely failed. In fact, the people, the citizens of this country today wants to know, and he's laughing shamelessly on the TV. See, he's laughing shamelessly on the TV.
Okay, you know,
they're discussing a terror angle, and he's shamelessly laughing on the TV.
There is no need to get personal. There is no need to get personal or comment on how somebody is laughing or not laughing. But Kapil Madan, he asked you a specific question as well. What about Matloob? Isn't he part of the Congress party? Aren't several allegations leveled against him as well of provoking people, of inciting violence? Where is he? And is he not affiliated to the Congress party?
Now let me tell you one thing. He is an accuser. First thing, he is not he's not contested at the Congress ticket. He was supporting the Congress party, but he is not contested on Congress ticket. That's point number one.
Yes, he is an independent councillor.
Now, yes. Now, my second point here. There has been no attempt to scuttle the investigation, and I can say this with surety that you and everyone in the country got to know that he was the main conspirator through the FIR also only. There was no attempt to shield. There was no attempt to scuttle the investigation. He was very specifically named in the FIR. That shows what? That shows that the government of Rajasthan is acting without any kind of fear or favor. And the person who has done any act of violence, he was named in the FIR. And the fact that he is running here and there, he is absconding. And I can tell you one thing very, with utmost sincerity, that the process of the law says that if someone has absconded, he will be declared a proclaimed offender and the appropriate orders will be passed on this aspect by the court. So the fact is now Mr. Singh, without any kind of evidence, without any kind of material information, he's in the air. He's making allegations just like their senior party members make.
You have no defense.
No, I challenge. Is there a report? Does he personally know that there is any Congress office bearer who is trying to give him shelter? If he has the information, has he approached any high court?
RP Singh.
Has he approached any high court? Has he approached the Supreme Court to say that someone from the Congress is trying to shield? The answer is no. The answer is no. And I can tell you this, Mr. Singh will not answer this because he doesn't have this answer.
Mr. Madan, before we decide if he is going to respond or not, let's give him an opportunity to do that. Yes, go ahead.
अब इधर उधर की बातें करेंगे.
जवाब तो देने दीजिए उनको.
Coming back to the issue of Matloob.
नहीं, वो कह रहे हैं that an FIR has been registered against him. He's an independent councillor. The fact that an FIR has been registered, the fact that an action has been taken goes on to show कि राजस्थान सरकार ने action लिया. That's what Mr. Madan is saying.
Thank you. Till date, he has not been declared PO1. Let's be very clear. I've checked on that. He's not been declared PO till date. One. Secondly, also that he was let off by certain local congressmen. There are reports on that. But just point aside, Afzal hum sharminda hai, tere qatil zinda hai. Who went to support that? Mr. Rahul Gandhi. No one else. What do? अरे इधर उधर की बात. अरे जिस व्यक्ति के ऊपर
मुद्दे की बात करें तो आप उस टॉपिक पे रहो.
एक सेकंड.
आपने एलिगेशन लगाया.
आरपी सिंह जी,
You are making an allegation. You don't have any supporting material. You're just talking in the air.
आरपी सिंह जी, राहुल गांधी का नाम लेके आपने क्या एट्रीब्यूट किया?
अफजल हम शर्मिंदा हैं, तेरे कातिल जिंदा हैं. He went and supported all that gang in GNU. It's on record. I'll send you the videos. So, who is supporting terrorism in the country? Last point, again something on record. They have signed a document with Communist Party of China. Hold on, sir. They have signed a document with Communist Party of China. Can they make that document public? The Congress Party General Secretary, then General Secretary, Mr. Rahul Gandhi has signed a document which was with Communist Party of China.
Okay, I am completely out of time. RP Singh continues to level serious allegations against the Congress Party. The BJP alleges that the Congress Party has been indulging in terror appeasement. The Congress, of course, is hitting back, questioning the alleged terror links with the BJP. Kapil Madan hitting back at RP Singh, asking him to respond to specific questions on the links that have come to fore from Jammu and from Rajasthan. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us. That's all the time I have for the debate.